Buongiorno, my name is Ambra and I'm the Italian language tutor in the School of Humanities at Royal Holloway, University of London. I am also an early career researcher and I specialize in early modern Italian literature and culture. I would like to talk about why should someone learn Italian at university. Well, whilst Italian may not have the same number of speakers as other European languages, such as Spanish or French, for instance, it is nonetheless an extremely widespread language. Italian-speaking communities can be found everywhere in the world, and this is due to two main historical factors. One, well, colonization, so Italian is spoken in some parts of Africa to this day, and two, emigration. Italians immigrated pretty much everywhere. So this means that Italian is part of the background of a very big number of people. Just to mention a number, in Argentina 1 million people speak Italian, and Italian is the second spoken language after Spanish. So Italian is indeed a global language. But the number of speakers is not the only reason to study a language. In the case of Italian, Italian is unique because of its origin. Italian existed as a language before we even existed as a country. Indeed, its poetic and literary origin is pretty much unique in the European panorama. So studying Italian means exploring the literary culture of Italy, one of the richest ones in Europe, and one that has greatly influenced all other literatures. If I mention the three founding fathers of Italian, Dante, Petrarch, and Boccaccio, well, I don't think I need to explain Dante. I think it's pretty much well known. But if you think about Petrarch and its influence on Shakespeare's sonnets, or Boccaccio and its relation with Chaucer's and the Canterbury Tales, this means that learning Italian will allow you a privileged access to a very rich literary culture, and a very much European and global one at the same time. Finally, I would like to talk about how will you study Italian, because we mentioned why you should learn Italian, but how will you learn Italian at Royal Holloway? What makes Royal Holloway the best choice for learning Italian? At Royal Holloway, we adopt the student-centered approach, and our core value is to balance the needs of each individual student with its background, diverse abilities, with cooperation and group cooperation. If you're going to start now to learn Italian, you will be doing 5 hours per week in the first and second year, and 3 hours on your last year. You will also have the possibility to go on your year abroad, and which I think is an excellent opportunity. And if you have already previous knowledge of Italian, you will be doing only 3 hours a week, and of course the level will be adjusted. It will be higher than beginner's level. In terms of activities, as I mentioned, I adopt a very student-centered approach, and I then adopt a variety of activities, obviously to develop the main skills, reading, speaking, and talking. But also I like to choose topics that relate to Italy specifically, like some traditional ones like art, fashion, and design, but also more recent or current affairs related topics. So how, for instance, society has been changing, especially during and after the pandemic, and the role of Italy in the global context. And I like to always invite students to bring their own perspective and experience. And so I see myself as a facilitator. It gives an input about a topic, and then will encourage students to discuss and respectfully and thoughtfully criticize and give feedback on your peers' work and ideas. So, in conclusion, why should you learn Italian at university? Because you will explore a rich culture a culture that is rich in many respects, not just in terms of art, but also we think about more modern areas, fashion and design, for instance, or football. And also, you will be allowed to express your opinions, to explore this world, which in turn allows students to learn more about themselves. And this is the beauty of language learning, as a matter of fact. And finally, I think, and this is my personal favorite reason to learn Italian, to learn any language, in fact, is that Italian is a beautiful language. This may not be the most rational reason, but to me is the closest to my heart. And so, as I said, because Italian is a beautiful language. L'italiano è una bella lingua. Arrivederci.